Hello, this is Jennifer Menard with Century 21 All Pro in Oklahoma City, school number 1447, instructor number 2642. I go over the following walkthrough in my class. Due to time constraints and different levels of computer knowledge, sometimes the walkthrough may be a little faster for some. So I decided to do this video walkthrough. You can always pause and rewind if needed. I always suggest to any realtor dealing with a HUD home to print the property details page, the agent info tab, and the PCR or property condition report, and the PCS or the property condition summary or the disclosures from the Addendums tab. These hold helpful information to let you know where in the bidding process the property is and the disclosures coming from HUD. Once a property has an accepted offer, whether it's to you or someone else, the property and this information will disappear from the site. It will not be accessed again, so it's good to have. First off, you want to go to HUDhomestore.com. This is where you will find all HUD properties on the market, no matter where it is in the US. You can either search for the property down here, or you can click on Oklahoma and find it from here. I'm going to do Sandra Drive, so you click on the case number, and once you hit the case number, the property details page will appear. This has all your information on who's the eligible bidder, list price, period deadline, and what if it's approved for FHA financing according to HUD. Start out, you want to start to the left of the case number. You want to left click and hold and bring it all the way down to the right past the buyer select closing agent firm and unclick it. Then, as you can see, it highlighted everything is in blue. So on the blue, anywhere on the blue parts, make sure it's on the blue part, you want to right click and go down to print. It will bring up the print options screen. Anytime you're dealing with printing off a HUD home store, when you're printing the property details and agent info tab, you always want to go to your preferences and change the page orientation from portrait to landscape and select OK. The reason why, and I will show you right here, is if you leave it at portrait, it will print like this. It's small, it only uses a tiny portion of the page, it's not as easy to read. So you go to preferences, change your page orientation to landscape, press OK. Then, before pushing print, you want to click on selection. Once you click on selection, that means it'll only print everything in blue, the only part that you have selected, that you have highlighted, and then push print. And it will show up like this. As you can see, this covers most of the page. It's larger and easier to read. After you do the property details tab, you want to go over to the agent info tab. Left click on the agent info tab, and on here you will have the asset manager, the listing broker, and the FSM, the field service manager. The asset manager is always good to know, because then you will know where you're going to be sending your contract and also the website to gain access to your contract package. And then you will have your listing broker. This is who you will be sending your earnest money to if this is a Home Telos or PEMCO. This is also the person you would contact to gain access to the property, or if there's any issues with the property. And then you have the field service manager, or the FSM. They are the ones that you send your inspection requests, utility request form to do your inspections. So to print this one, you will go to the left of the paragraph right here. You will left click, hold, and drag all the way to the right of the email for the listing broker. As you can see, it went ahead and highlighted everything down for the FSM as well. So just like before, you want to right click on the blue portion. Don't do it on the right or on the white part. Right click on the blue portion, select print. Your print box will come up. Check your preferences, make sure you change it to landscape so it'll cover most of the page. Click selection so it'll print just what you selected, and then print. And this is what it will show. Like I mentioned before, it's very important that you print this out because it has all your contact information on it, and once it goes under contract or once an offer is accepted, it will disappear from the site. Okay, the next thing is the Addendums tab. If you want to print everything on the Addendums tab, that's completely up to you. There's only two that I really suggest you print as the realtor. You may want to print the other ones for your buyer. So the first thing you want to print is the PCR. This is also known as the Property Condition Report. So you click on the link. At the bottom there should be something that pops up that asks you if you want to open or save. If you want to save, that's up to you. Or you can just select open. It'll open in Adobe Reader. You can either go to File and Print, or you can push Control CTRL, Control P. P is in Paul, and it'll bring up the print screen, and then you can print from here. The next thing I always suggest you print is the Disclosure Addendum. This is also known as the PCS, or the Property Condition Summary. So the PCS, Property Condition Summary, and Disclosure Addendum are all the same thing. Just different asset managers list it differently. So you will click on the disclosure on the link. It'll ask you if you want to open or save. Like I said, if you want to save it, that's up to you. You can just click open. It'll bring it up into Adobe Reader. You can go to File, Print, or Control CTRL P, and it will bring up the print box, and then you can print. Like I said before, any other is up to you. Now, if you print also on this print property flyer, a lot of realtors choose that. That is maybe good for your buyers, but I really suggest you don't use the only thing that you print from HUD Home Store for you as the realtor, because it doesn't give you the information you need. It doesn't tell you where it is in the bidding process. It doesn't tell you any of that. So if you want to print this for your buyer, you know, that's a good thing for them to have, but as the realtor, I suggest you print the property details, the agent info, and those two addendums. Also, I suggest everyone to follow me on Facebook. It's all facebook.com/allprohudclass. Any updates with HUD will be on there. As soon as I get information that HUD is changing, or if I'm just putting updates and suggestions, if I get a lot of calls of things about the same thing, I'll go ahead and put a reminder on there to remind everyone how to handle things. And as you can see, working on a video tutorial now. Also, any of my upcoming HUD classes will be listed on there, and it'll explain where it will be, time, date, and also how to register. Hopefully this has helped you. Shoot me a message on my Facebook page if you have any issues.